So I've just been watching so many videos of this guy, Alan Schaller, and I can't believe the first time I've gone out and done a street photography walk, I bumped into him.
So as you just saw then in that little clip of what's coming up in this video, I had the amazing stroke of luck of bumping into none other than Alan Schaller. If you don't know who that is, he is a bit of a big cheese in the photography world in general, and specifically street photography. So when I put it in context of what this video is about and then bumping into him, you'll realise why it blew my mind so much that that happened. Because this video is about me going out on my first street photography walk around London. And if you're familiar with my channel, you'll be wondering, why the heck are you doing a video about street photography? There's loads of those around, and you're a real estate photographer. Why are you starting doing street photography? Well, fair enough, you might be right. And don't worry, I'm still going to continue with the real estate photography stuff. But you see, in the last few years, I've realised that I just don't get out taking any sort of creative photos outside of work. So all I do is go out and take photos of real estate properties all day, and then after that I barely pick my camera up. And that's pretty sad really, isn't it? And I'm sure there's others out there like me watching this video now that might be real estate photographers, or maybe whatever, fashion or landscape photographers, whatever. You don't have to pigeonhole yourself as one type of photographer. You should be getting out there and enjoying why you got into photography, because I'm sure we all started out loving photography. That's why we got into it, and we thought, yeah, let's try and make a job out of this. And I'm very lucky that I can make a living out of taking photos. But as I said, like over time, I just found that I don't take my camera out that much taking photos outside of work. And I really just want to get that creative sort of vein into my photography back. So I thought, well, let's get out doing other forms of photography, like street photography. And I'm going to do a bit more sort of landscape photography and other types of photography. But I thought I'd start with street photography. So to begin with, I started looking at loads of stuff on Instagram, watching loads of YouTube stuff, looking at books and just getting inspired again. And one of the channels I binged was Alan Schaller. So now you're starting to get why. Me bumping into him on that day, on my first photo walk around London, was absolutely mind-blowing. And he was really kind, gave me a few minutes to talk to me, and I think I was mumbling, stuttering away because I was a bit starstruck, to be honest. And so for him to talk to me, say a little bit to the camera, was absolutely amazing, and it was just such a surprise, such an honour to meet him. But I'm going to take you on a walk around now of me on my first street photography walk around London. And like I say, I'm a total novice at this. So if you're watching this and maybe you're a bit more experienced, I'd love to hear your comments below on what maybe you think I should be doing better, as this is going to be a learning journey. I'm going to do a few more of these videos, I think, hopefully coming up, because as you'll see, I really did enjoy it, and it really sort of got my spark for enjoying photography back. And I hope that it might do that for others watching this video that might have got into the same position as me. So as I say, I'm going to go around shooting in London, taking photos for the first time, talking my way through it. And as I say, I'm not like an expert at this, and I'll show you a few photos at the end. You can tell me what you thought of them, and I'll tell you what I think of them, why I liked them, why I didn't like them, and hopefully we can do a little bit of learning together. But enough of me waffling on now. Let's join me where I started my walk around in Waterloo along the South Bank, where I met Alan Schaller. And then join me at the end and have a look at a few of those photos that I took. But first of all, let's have a look at a few of the photos I took as I arrived in Waterloo.
So I've just arrived in Waterloo, and I've taken a few snaps already down in the underground in Waterloo. I just thought to say a quick couple of bits about the equipment I've got. I've got my Sony A6700 with the Viltrox 35mm, and it's going to be a bit of a different shoot for me because I'm used to shooting with wide angle lenses for real estate. So already have found it a bit of getting used to just how sort of narrow that field of view is. And because this is an APS-C camera, it's more like a sort of 50mm field of view. So it'll be interesting to see how things go with that. I've also got one of these lovely action camera bras, so I might try and get a few shots of me shooting, but I'll see how my confidence goes with that because I've never done it before, and I am pushing myself out of the comfort zone a little bit doing this video, sort of talking to the camera in public and also just doing the street photography. But hopefully that's what you guys will get from this, and it's all about pushing yourself out of the comfort zone and trying new things and getting creative. So let's start the walk and I'll get a few snaps and we'll reconvene soon. Seen these couple of guys sitting down, just going to see if we get something quite interesting with the lines and shadows. Oh, that would have been nice with the pigeon. Oh well, we missed that one. Yeah, there's a guy sitting in the background just eating his food as well. We'll try and get them all in, and the architecture around the South Bank really lends itself for all the shadows and the lines and stuff. So let's have a look what we can get. If you've never been to the South Bank, it's got some great architecture. It's like that brutalist style architecture, and I can't wait to get the Barbican later because that's just like that. And there's obviously loads of people around here and loads of cool features because there's a lot of art installations going on. You've obviously got the art gallery as well, so it's a really good place to come and do one of these photo street photography tours. As you can see here, these kids playing in it. So I've just seen this cool yellow wall. Let's see if we can get someone coming up now. So just coming up to a really cool water installation again on the South Bank, and there's a lot of opportunity to get some cool looking silhouettes here. So I might shoot a bit of black and white and see how that goes. So here I'm going to try and use the negative space of the sky and like frame the people in the yellow stairwell. So let's see what we can get here. So here I just thought it was quite interesting, this guy eating his lunch, and then we've got Big Ben and everything going on in the background and people walking through, so let's see what we can get here as well. I don't know if you can see, but up there's like the yellow staircase. I'm just trying to get people silhouetted on the background with a bit of the big wheel in. So let's have a bit of a go at that now. Spotted this guy up there, just like nicely silhouetted against the background. Just try and get him in there. So I've just been watching so many videos of this guy, Alan Schaller, and I can't believe the first time I've gone out and done a street photography walk, I bumped into him.
Me.
Yeah.
I can hear it on the wind.
Absolutely incredible. So thank you, my man. Thank you for taking the time to come and speak to me, and I'm going to be watching so many, and I'll join the Patreon.
Yes, please. That'd be nice. It helps with a lot of fun. It's not easy doing YouTube, is it?
I know. So just walking up to St. Paul's now, and I'm just going to see if we can get some interesting reflective shots. See if we can get some cars coming through in the background, or a bus or something. Let's have a little look, see what we can do. So just coming up to the final location on my little walking tour. It's been a lot of fun, really have enjoyed doing this and definitely going to get out more. The last location is the Barbican, and this is a place which I love. It's like proper brutalist architecture, loads of walkways, and also it's just coming up to about, well, it's 6:20 now, so the sun's just starting to go down a bit, so we should get some nice lighting coming through all these walkways, and as you'll see, it's just a really cool piece of architecture where there's a lot of options to take photos. Forgot to mention also, it's been baking hot today, and it's saying that only mad dogs and Englishmen go out in this weather in the middle of the day, and well, I certainly tick one of those boxes. But anyway, let's get on with shooting a bit around the Barbican. So here we are in the Barbican. As you can see, there's just so many like different leading lines everywhere. Like, the architecture is brilliant. Like, everywhere you look, there seems to be a way you're sort of looking through something, sort of framing it. I mean, like, if you take a walk over here, see all these big poles, and then there's people on the stairs there, sort of framed. And then down there, actually, we've got people playing football. So think let's try and get a snap here. Don't know if you can see the people playing football there. Let's have a look, shall we? Yeah, so a little bit. Literally every corner you turn in the Barbican just looks so cool. It's just something out of a movie set, I think. So just walking through here, just the way all the light comes through, all these curves and angles. It's just such a cool place. Anyways, just to shoot photos of like architecture, even if you're not doing like street photography. And to be honest, I've been trying to shoot a few now, but I just haven't got wide enough lens with me because I just came out with that 35mm, so it's kind of a 50mm equivalent, but we'll still have a go and see what we can get. So that brings an end to my walking tour around London. It's been a lot of fun, but now I'm going to go and meet a mate up in Stoke Newington for some well-deserved food because I've done 15,000 steps. I wish I had a bit more time to spend here at the Barbican because I've got to go and meet him. I don't want to be late, but I think I might do just a whole shoot around here one day because there is just so many options. But it's been a lot of fun, but now let's take a look at what I've been shooting today.
So as you can probably guess, I really enjoyed that day out in London, in the sunshine, taking photos and getting my creative spark back again. And as I said, please leave some comments below what you thought about what I was doing, and I'm just going to run through some of those photos now. So let's take a look. So let's take a look at a few of the photos which I was happy with, but please do let me know in the comments below what you think of them. But I'll just run through now what I liked about them. So let's start here with this shot on the South Bank, and what first caught my eye was this chap here just on a lunch break in the middle of the image, and it was set against obviously the backdrop of the Houses of Parliament, so it's just quite a nice setting, and it looked quite a bustling moment to catch with him just having that little moment of sort of chill out time. But then just as I took this shot, in zoomed this lady on the left, and it just gave another element to the image. It was just one of those sort of bits of stroke of luck that happened, and she actually is just kind of looking into the camera a bit, but still this guy is the main focal point, and then it just sets a nice London scene with the Houses of Parliament in the background, and even you've got the city cruisers there as well. So there's just a lot going on in this photo, which I quite liked. And then even sort of the pop of the green here and the blue sky just really brought the image to life, I thought. I just thought, like I say, there's quite a lot going on in this image too that I quite liked anyway. So next one, we'll have a look at this one on the staircase, and obviously you saw me taking these ones, I think, in the video around these yellow staircases, and I think a lot of street photographers do concentrate around these staircases because they are just such a sort of vibrant look, and you can get some good contrasting image against them. So I just stood and waited for someone just to pop up, just to get that sort of real contrast of the yellow. And then this lady came up and she had a nice black bob, and that really just did stand out against the yellow background. And then you got the light up here in the shadow, which almost like a little bit of a leading line down towards her. So I just thought this one worked quite well. And then we got the ones I was taking around at the water feature. And this was just a bit of an experiment with black and white because I thought this would work well as a silhouette because of the spray of all the water, that just gave a nice white background, so I could expose for that, get the guy in the middle here as kind of the main focal point, all silhouetted. But then I also just liked how these two guys just on the edge here, just chilling out, I just thought it gave a nice little element too. And then we've got another one with the yellow staircases, and I took loads of shots of this to try and get a good one. I waited for loads of different people to come down, and this one I just thought worked the best because just the way her hair was flicking out, and it was nicely contrasted against the blue sky in the background. And that, as I said, I think in the video, I was using that as a negative space to sort of use the background for this lady. And then she was just nicely framed then with the yellow staircase. Let's have a look at one or two more perhaps. What have we got here? Oh yes, we got another yellow staircase one. So this one, the guy, he was, to be honest, probably not looking at the London Eye, but with With my lens, I had a 35mm on the APS-C camera, so it's kind of a 50mm-ish equivalent. So I had to crop this one in a fair bit from what the image was, from where I was standing. But I just thought it worked quite nice with him kind of looking out wherever he was. But then obviously got a big London landmark like that against the blue sky. And then obviously the contrast between the blue and the yellow just thought worked quite well too. And then let's have a look at one more. Another one I just thought might work quite well in black and white. That's because it was on the South Bank and it's got that brutalist architecture, which I always think looks good in black and white. And I just quite like this because it was sort of 3 different subjects in a row, each kind of doing their own thing. This guy was nicely caught reading his book down here, and then I like the way I had the this billboard poster for something going on at the Hayward Gallery, sort of Nara, sort of evilly looking down at this person here, and even got the little camera here looking towards us as well. So just thought it was another good one just to try out in black and white. But like I say, let me know what you think of those shots in the comments below. But a few thoughts just on that photo walk. I mean, obviously these images by no means are perfect. I've got loads of learning to do. I'm really looking forward to getting out, taking more shots. But one little point away from the photography is make sure you wear a comfy pair of shoes when you go and do this, because I was walking around for about probably 6 hours. I had a pair of Converse, got canvas shoes on it. It was a balmy day down in London. My feet were killing me by the end of it. So make sure you've got a nice comfy pair of shoes on. But back to the photo side of things now. One thing I really do need to sort of learn about, and please do let me know if you well, also having issues with this, but maybe if you could help me with this, it's like focusing for street photography. I mean, I'm used to taking shots of real estate and properties where I just got all the time in the world. I can focus on whatever I want. Obviously, street photography, things happen quick. And so you need to like focus on your subject pretty quick. You haven't got long to do that. And I had an autofocus lens. So I was using autofocus for a lot of the time, but I tried out different types of autofocus, like wide, zone, center point to see what worked best. Even did try manual. I found each sort of worked well at times, but I did miss a lot of shots though because I didn't get the subject in focus. So that is something I really do need to work on. And like I say, please let me know your thoughts on that too. Other things which I need to sort of learn about include not worrying if you miss a shot. I think that's a big thing to come from this. And I think what other people say in street photography as well, which I've been watching, is don't worry if you miss that shot, because a lot of the time in street photography, especially somewhere like the South Bank, which is absolutely buzzing, so vibrant, so much going on, like there'll be something else that will come along sort of pretty soon after. And like I said, actually I'll just show you this shot here, which I meant to show you. This was one I was particularly happy with, because this was one of those sort of moments. I went down to the Tate Modern to get some shots in the Turbine Hall. As actually Alan Schaller, I'll stop mentioning him soon, he'd said he'd been in there taking some shots. He showed me a couple of pictures on his Leica, and I thought they looked great. I thought, yeah, I'll have a piece of that. Got down there, and they were just closing, so I couldn't go in. So I was a bit disappointed, but then I turned around, looked up the ramp in the Turbine Hall, and there was this lady just at the top of the ramp, and she was stood at the exact point where the sort of this light met the shadows, and it led all the way up to her white trousers, which was nicely contrasted on the black background, well, the dark background. So again, I thought this one worked nicely in black and white. And so the point I'm making is, like here, I was disappointed 1 second, but then a few seconds later I turned around and was like, boom, love it. I might have not even got a shot that good in the Turbine Hall in the Tate Modern. So there's my main takeaways from my first street photo walk.
So thanks for sticking with me all the way to the end of this video, my first street photography video. I will do a few more of these, but as I said, don't worry if you are here for the real estate stuff. I'm still going to be doing plenty of content on that, but I just want to post a few extra things about sort of my love of photography in general and sort of my learning journey through it, and hopefully we can all kind of learn together. And like I say, if you haven't checked out Alan Schaller's channel, please do, because it's so good. You'll learn so much. He's a really good presenter, so entertaining, and so I really do recommend it. But thanks for getting this far in my channel, and please do subscribe if you are new to watching this, if you're a street photographer, and please don't leave me if you're here for the real estate stuff. But thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon.